Oh my gosh, this is so good. Today I'm sharing 3 fast and easy healthy lunch recipes. These are high in protein and made with real whole food ingredients, making it perfect for a weight loss goal. All of these can be made in about 5 minutes and don't require any cooking. Let's get into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance, and today's video is sponsored by LMNT. More on them in a bit. Okay, so this first recipe is my bell pepper Sando. So this is a better option than just a traditional sandwich. Usually you use like bread or even Ezekiel bread, which can be a little bit better than some other bread options, but still very starchy and not a good option if you are carb sensitive. Instead of using traditional bread, we're going to be using really light and crunchy bell pepper as the like bread base. This sandwich option is really easy to make and loaded with high quality protein to help make you satisfied and help to boost your metabolism. Okay, so we're first going to start off with 1 bell pepper. So I'm just going to cut this in half and then take out all of the seeds and like that pulp part. So now to add in the filling, we're going to use some cream cheese. This is going to add some fat to help keep you satisfied, and it just makes it taste really good. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons to fill in the lining of this. It also just adds a little bit of like moisture as well to the sandwich. So I'm just going to add it straight to one side of the bell pepper. But if you are plant-based, you can also use like a cream cheese alternative. Just make sure it's made from something like cashews and not some type of oil. Next up, I'm going to add some deli meat. Now I'm just using just a regular chicken breast. You can use turkey. If you're plant-based, you can use tempeh, but I would recommend making sure that you are choosing a higher quality protein, like one of those. And it's important to note that you're getting enough if you are using just traditional deli slices and not just meat. So for this, in order for me to get about 24 grams of protein, I'll need about 6 slices of deli meat. But most people do use only like 2 or 3 slices, and you would only be getting like 8 grams of protein, and that would not be enough. So you need to make sure that whatever deli meat that you're using, you're actually using enough to get about 25 to 30 grams of protein. And I'm just going to put this straight rolled up into the bell pepper. I know that seems like a lot, and especially if you aren't used to eating enough protein for your body's needs, but this is the amount that you will need if you are going to be using deli meat. Next up, we're going to be filling the opposite side. I love putting onions in my sandwiches, so I'm going to use like a slice or 2 of red onion. That combo of red onions and bell peppers just like smells like a deli sandwich. It's like you just want to eat it. Next up, I'm gonna add in half of an avocado on the opposite side. This provides some high quality fat that also helps to boost satiety. So if we just had like just the deli meat in there, we would not be very satisfied, even though it had about like 25 or 30 grams of protein. You need to make sure you have some fat in there to help boost satiety and prevent hunger and sugar cravings. And we're just gonna stuff that in there. Okay, so next, add a little bit more protein as well as some high quality fat in there as well. I'm going to be adding in 1 slice of cheese. Typically, I like to use pepper jack when I'm making like a sandwich, but we only have this on hand. This is my favorite brand to be getting from Costco. You can get like huge bulk amounts of it from Costco. It's great. So I'm just gonna cut 1 slice of this. This is a sharp cheddar. And then for some additional flavor, I'm gonna add in Dijon mustard and like a slice or 2 of tomato. And then I'm just going to smush them together. Wow. That is one good looking Sando. You can also add in other things, like if you want to put sprouts or some lettuce in there for some other crunch, or pickles would also be really good. But I'm just keeping it really simple, and now I'm gonna eat it because it looks really good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's everything you love about a sandwich, but in a format that actually supports your weight loss and wellness goals, and really crunchy and light, especially for the summer. Perfect. Trevor stealing my lunch. Now, before we jump into the next recipe, I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, LMNT. LMNT is an amazing electrolyte company that was specifically created with intermittent fasting and lower carb eating in mind. They contain the sodium, the magnesium, and the potassium to help replace lost electrolytes. I've personally been using LMNT for over 2 years now to help replace my lost electrolytes and help me get more hydrated, because just drinking water doesn't actually provide electrolytes that your body needs. It's really important that we are getting these electrolytes to support our body. I find that I feel so much better and so much more energized after a hard workout or when it's particularly hot out. When I have LMNT on those days, I bring them with me whenever I travel because it's so easy to get dehydrated when you're flying. And it just makes staying hydrated really convenient and really easy and delicious. And LMNT has 0 sugar, making it a great option from a weight loss perspective too. And right now, LMNT is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single serve packets free with any LMNT order. It's a really great way to test out all 8 flavors, so you can get yours at drinklmnt.com/autumn. This is only available through my link, so make sure to check out drinklmnt.com/autumn. The link will also be in the description down below. Okay, next up we have my rotisserie chicken curry salad. So what I really love about this is it's really easy to multiply. If you want to just make a single serving, you can make that, or you could like double or triple this and make it for a few days during the week. And it uses pre-cooked rotisserie chicken that you can just get at the grocery store. So you cut back significantly on your prep time so you don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen. So we're going to start off by chopping up about 4 ounces worth of rotisserie chicken. Now I'm going to weigh it today just so you guys can see what 4 ounces looks like, because a lot of people are vastly under eating on their protein content. So I don't recommend always weighing your food, but just maybe if you do it once or twice so you get an idea of how much protein you really need to be eating, it can be a good idea. And we need protein to help boost satiety, help maintain muscle mass, help prevent the metabolism from dropping during the weight loss process, and to help make sure that you're not getting sugar cravings. So it's always better to go slightly over than slightly under, but this is just so you can really make sure you're getting a good baseline of understanding how much protein you truly need. So now I'm just going to shred this up. You can chop it up if you want. I'm just going to shred it up and put it straight into my bowl. So now to make like the curry chicken salad portion, we're going to add in a tablespoon of mayo. I like to use an avocado oil-based mayo. You can also use Greek yogurt or a plant-based Greek yogurt. Just recommend you use an unsweetened plant-based Greek yogurt. I never recommend plant-based mayos. They're just typically really full of inflammatory oils. And now I'm going to add on about 1/4 teaspoon of curry powder and then a pinch of salt. I'm going to squeeze in like a little squeeze of lemon, and then we're just going to mix this up. I'm actually gonna add in probably like an extra 1/2 tablespoon of the mayo just because it's looking a little dry. Now for some crunch factors and to make it more of a meal, we need to get some fats and we need some crunch. So I'm going to add in some crushed cashews. It'll give some really nice crunch, also some good fats. I'm also going to add in some sliced celery and some sliced red onion. So I'm just chopping up 1 smaller piece of celery. You can use a little bit more or a little bit less depending on how crunchy you like it. And then I'm just going to slice about like 1 or 2 big slices of red onion, but also this is highly dependent on like how you like it. If you like it with more red onion, you can add more. If you like it with less, then you don't have to use as much. You could also use green onion instead, which is a little bit more mild than red onion. So then to finish this off, I'm going to add on about 2 tablespoons of chopped cashews. You can already have them chopped, but I have these as whole, so I'm just going to give them a quick chop. So now after stirring it all together, you can just have this as is, and this has the protein, this has the fat, this does have some fiber in here to make this on its own be a meal. If you wanted to throw this over some lettuce greens and make it more of like a salad, you could do that too. But when, especially I'm in a pinch, this is like what I'll have as my meal, and it's so satisfying. So let's just give this a quick taste. It is so much better than your typical like chicken salad. Just adding the curry powder, adding in the cashews, oh my gosh, brings it to like next level. Okay, so this last meal option, I like to call the adult snack pack or like adult lunchable, except obviously a much healthier version. What's really great and convenient about this one is that you don't really have any prep at all. You're literally just throwing things into a container and that's it. I love that this one is very easy to eat. It doesn't take like a lot of effort. It's kind of like finger food or like charcuterie board style for a meal. So especially if you're like on the go, it's an easy one to eat when you're busy. So although I typically like a really big salad, they do take a long time to eat, and not all of us have the time to sit and eat like a very big salad at lunch. So this has all of the protein, the fat, has some fiber in there to help keep you satisfied and help support a weight loss or wellness goal, but just cuts back significantly on prep time and eat time as well. We're starting off with just some sliced crunchy veggie of choice. This can be a low glycemic option like cucumber or carrots. Radish is another good one, jicama. I just chose cucumber for today. And then to get some high quality fats, I'm also going to add in some olives. You can use any type of olives you like. I'm going to be using about 1/4 cup of olives to get some good high quality monounsaturated fats. For the protein component, we're going to combine 2 different proteins. So I'm going to be adding in some hard-boiled eggs. I'm gonna do 3. These are hard-boiled eggs for my chickens. That's why I have like fun little blue colors in here. And then I'm also going to put in some fun cheeses. So if you want to maximize the protein content of your cheese, you wanna go for the harder cheeses. I'm going to do a mix of a harder and a softer cheese just for some variety and to make it more interesting. But if you want to maximize for protein, then you want to go for a harder cheese. So I'm going to just add a couple slices of this one in. This is a Manchego. But other great harder cheeses would be like Parmesan, cheddar, Swiss, all of those. Any that's like literally hard is generally going to have about 7 to 9 grams of protein per ounce. So we're getting a lot of protein between the hard-boiled eggs and the cheese. And then to finish it off with some other high quality fats, I'm going to be adding in a couple tablespoons of some nuts. You can use any nuts that you like, and it gives a nice crunch in addition to what we already have with the meal. So you can see how this meal literally takes like seconds to put together. Probably the thing that takes the longest is just hard boiling eggs, which you can do at the beginning of the week for like the entire week. And from this meal, I have every component of the protein, the fat, and the fiber to help keep me satisfied and help prevent cravings. So the key component here is that we're not including any refined carbohydrates that could overly spike insulin. So we're not pairing this with traditional crackers that you'd normally pair like cheese with. Instead, we're having the crunchy cucumber and just eating the cheese with the other proteins to help make sure that we're getting satisfied and able to eat the foods that we love while still making sure that they can help us achieve our goals. If you guys love these really simple recipes, you should check out my 10-minute dinner recipes with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.